Welcome to Time of Death. This video is for informational purposes and in no way meant to glorify or condone violence. In today's video, we'll be discussing the murder of Jacent Jamal Lee Warren. Warren was shot and killed on Sunday, August 30th, 2015, in the 300 block of Oceanfront Walk in Venice, according to LA County coroner records. Strish Sinnathamby and Francisco Cardenas Guzman were subsequently arrested and charged with the murder. The following is the evidence at trial. Strish Sinnathamby operated the Cadillac Hotel in Venice. Late on August 29, 2015, Sinnathamby and his friends went out to a bar. At the bar, Sinnathamby had a friendly conversation with defendant Guzman. Defendant offered Sinnathamby and his friends a ride after last call in the early hours of August 30th, 2015. When they got to the hotel, Sinnathamby commented about the unhoused people sleeping nearby. Defendant offered to tell them to leave. Defendant pointed a gun at Brian Keys, who was sleeping near the hotel, and threatened to kill him if he didn't leave. Defendant told Keys, "This is my neighborhood." Keys was scared, so he went to the pagoda area near the boardwalk. Sinnathamby and defendant also went to that area. Keys was standing with a group of people. Defendant pointed his gun at them and fired 4 shots. One of the shots ricocheted and hit Keys in the leg. Defendant then fired a shot at the victim that didn't hit him. Sinnathamby and the victim were chest to chest, and defendant was behind Sinnathamby with his gun out. As Sinnathamby stood between defendant and the victim, defendant repeatedly took his gun out of his holster, then put it back, pointing it at the victim several times. The victim kept running behind Sinnathamby and using Sinnathamby for cover. When defendant again pulled the gun from his waistband, the victim moved forward towards defendant. Defendant then shot the victim. Prior to shooting the victim, defendant said something like "Venice is his town" and V13. Defendant was facing the victim when he said these things. After shooting the victim, defendant raised the gun towards the pagodas and took additional shots. Then he ran back to a black SUV. After defendant left, 3 people dragged Sinnathamby to the pagoda area. They beat Sinnathamby and hit him with a metal pole. Sinnathamby suffered a broken eye socket, nose, and collarbone, as well as gashes on his head. When the police arrived around 2:10 a.m., the victim was unconscious, bleeding profusely, and not breathing. The autopsy revealed that one of the 3 bullets that hit him punctured his right pulmonary artery, causing severe bleeding and death. 9 shell casings were found at the crime scene. LAPD officer David Dalzell testified as a gang expert about the Venice 13 criminal street gang. He testified regarding the gang's territory, membership, primary activities, and predicate offenses. He also testified about the importance of respect in gang culture, and that gang members would feel disrespected if non-gang members disobeyed them or challenged them to a fight, particularly in their gang's territory. Based on a hypothetical question assuming the facts similar to this case, Officer Dalzell opined that the shooting would benefit Venice 13 because it involved shooting someone who disrespected the gang's authority. It would also benefit the gang by elevating the stature of the gang member himself. Sinnathamby was originally charged in this case. After a preliminary hearing, Sinnathamby signed a proffer agreement with the LA County District Attorney's Office that offered him immunity for his testimony if he told the truth. Following the trial, the jury convicted defendant Francisco Cardenas Guzman of first-degree murder and attempted premeditated murder. It also found true the gun and gang allegations. The court sentenced Guzman to a term of 93 years to life in prison. Jacent Jamal Lee Warren was 26 years old at the time of death.